Factor by grouping is one of the most easily identifiable types of factoring, at least whenever we go through Algebra 2. Because for us, factor by grouping is going to mean that I'm looking for 4 terms. If I have 4 terms and nothing simplifies and nothing factors out with GCF, I'm going to go ahead and go right to factor by grouping. So if I look at my example right here, I do have these 4 terms right there, and there is no GCF. So since there's no GCF, I have to approach factor by grouping, and remember the 2 steps. First step is to split in half, and most of the time we're going to be able just to split him right down the middle. And then after that, I'm going to use GCF on each of these pieces. Use GCF and GCF. See what pulls out, and I'm going to hopefully get something in common. So if I look at the first set, when I pull something out of the first set, I'm going to be able to pull out an x squared from each of those terms and be left with a 2x minus 3. And I'm really hoping for a 2x minus 3 on the other side in order to make this easier. So if I look at the other side, I can pull out from 10 and 15 a positive 5, and they have no other variables or numbers in common. So I'm left with 10 divided by 5 is 2 with the x and minus 3. And that's exactly what I want. I want these 2 sections right here to match. Because if those 2 sections match, I can do GCF again, and I always think about it as I take those 2 and I factor them the whole way out, pull out a binomial with a GCF, and that gives me 2x minus 3 when I pull him out front, and I also have everything else remaining after I factored it out. So those 2 pieces right there become an x squared plus 5. And that's it. That's my fully factored form, because neither of these binomials factor any further. Some people would like to write the x squared term first. I'm just going to leave my answer the way it is right now. So factor by grouping, we just split it in half. We do GCF, and factor by grouping is going to be very important whenever we start factoring using what's called a is not 1.